whomever ends up with me, this is what I look like when I wake up. Ms. Guzman, please give all the money to Nestor Kropel that he needs so that he can give everybody on his staff that sells timeshare, liner and closer, $2,000 a month, guaranteed, paid weekly. Okay? It's $500 a week. The most important job in the world, well, there's a lot of them, but one of them is timeshare sellers. You know, everything is opposite. I keep on saying that if you're with Force America and you're with the Sicarios, Sicarios, start time today in San Jose, Costa Rica, it's 3 p.m., Karol G concert, okay? We're running security from 3 o'clock to midnight tonight, okay? Primarily from 3 o'clock to 7 outside the stadium, and we need 1,000 hitmen inside the stadium, okay? I'm buying a ticket in all likelihood, and I'll just walk around. Well, actually, probably sit anywhere. This is going to be the biggest show probably in the history of this city, and I'll tell you why, because it's never been more dangerous. Well, safer now, but like last week was dangerous. But yeah, man, I had at least 2 attempts on my life yesterday. One was a car that drove right at me, and if that what was it, standing slightly off the sidewalk, and the car was about maybe that far away from me, headed right towards me at maybe 40 or 50 miles an hour. Just veered at the last second. That happened. Then on my way home, at the very end of the night, and this is fucking true, the U.S. government payroll, Maldito, like a weak-ass hitman who's not one of our guys. I mean, he was a fag. I mean, I rarely talk shit to people with guns that I know are going to try to hurt me. But I literally called him a fucking fag and a pussy to his face at least 5 or 7 times. Right? And that's because he wasn't one of my kind of hitmen. Because my kind of, they couldn't be hired by the American government. And when I say American government, what I mean is Kamala Harris. Remember, we have a man with dementia that was far worse than my mother's before she died. My mom wasn't that bad, but you wouldn't want her driving a school bus. So we have a president who is not in charge. We have a presidential family, the Biden family, with all sorts of charges against them by the FBI. So they have the screws on them. So the American president and the family is literally being extorted, and they have to do exactly what Kamala Harris says. Okay? To be clear, Kamala Harris is just like a figurehead for the higher powers. Okay? But you don't hear very much about Kamala Harris. Well, you know why? Because she's fucking busy getting shit done that is very bad for everybody here that's not called black. Okay? This city would have turned to shit like it did around the U.S. Embassy if we actually had somebody in charge that cared about people other than, one type. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I was over there. That's that top restaurant, Osteria. So that's that great restaurant, and right over there, literally right between those 2 trees, on the other side of the street, is where somebody rolled up to me, not at midnight. It was like maybe 8:45 or 9 o'clock at night. The U.S. Embassy is about 2.5, 3 blocks that way. You just go up this one fucking main street, take a left, and it's 2 blocks. And then that's the other fucking main street. And so, a lot of guys out here patrolling now, but at that time of night, there was no one out, just me. And that's when a guy on a motorcycle rolls up and asks me if I speak English. Who actually spoke pretty good English for somebody, from this country. Anyways, just know, if you see a hit person or a person on a motorcycle talking with an American, in particular from the U.S. Embassy, just understand that is they're compromised, because the Americans have to do what Kamala Harris says. So if you see Delta Force down here operating on behalf of the American government, that is not our friend. They're not, okay? they have to do things that they don't want to do. Just like I saw Navy SEAL type people running security on white people as slaves in fucking Colorado Springs, man. Fuck. I assure you that man probably feels like killing himself every fucking day, and if he doesn't, he should. Ugh. Anyway, Sicarios. 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Outside the stadium. Inside, be there, and obviously when they get out, but it'll be the highest concentration of attractive women in this city since it descended into fucking chaos. And so we can't have a single woman fucking taken, right? What I would say is, super hot women, do us a favor and try to stay on one side of the street, okay? So rather than having a bunch of women walking on this street and that street, just make it really fucking easy if you can. Just try to stay on one side of the street so that, you know, we can have our guys on the opposite side positioned with motorcycles, and if they see anything fucking going down, they can rapidly deploy, okay? But it's just easier for us if we can have one side of the street where we can monitor and keep everyone safe. All right, that's some housekeeping. Back to Ernesto Copel, the head of and the owner of Pueblo Bonito Resorts in Cabo San Lucas. You know, that man put on payroll thousands of people during COVID when there was no money coming in, right? His wife Letty, just the Letty Copel Foundation has done so much. So there are people that have money, but they've given so much of what they had in a very non-traditional way to people that were starving, called their employees, and they knew that money wasn't going to be coming in anytime soon. I mean, from tourism. This is during the COVID time period, and the Copel family still gave money to the people. A lot of them were my friends. I worked there for 2 years, and so I've often said they're my favorite people I've ever worked with. The timeshare family, Pueblo Bonito. But it's a hard job because everyone in America has been conditioned by the United Kingdom to think that going on a vacation for 90% off is a bad idea. Right? They use that show like Last Week Tonight, even recently, where they made a 1 hour or 30-minute segment on timeshare is bad because it pays for itself after 5 years, and then for the rest of your life, you can go on a vacation and basically only pay for 1 night's worth of vacation, called your maintenance fee, and then it's free for like 6 other nights, basically. But, you know, in a world where they use Disney and Mattel and kin characters to now promote a gay transgender agenda, everything's under attack. Not just our children, our vacation lifestyles too. But it's such a hard job because the clients coming from America to timeshare presentations, they've been conditioned to think that everything is bad about a fucking timeshare when it's like a gift from fucking God. It is. Oh. You know, I spent like probably closer to $300,000 now in the last 2.5 years traveling around the world. Well, if I'd done it with a timeshare, I could have done it for a fraction of the cost. Not the way I travel. You know, I travel not for vacation purposes, but I did spend a lot of time in Thailand, and I could have done it, and probably should have. Fuck. But anyways, you can't sell most effectively when you're broke and you're poor, and you don't know where food's coming or money for air conditioning or rent. Due to the cyclical nature of timeshare and tourism and a lot of other things, it's hard to always make money in timeshare. It is. You might go 2 or 3 weeks sometimes without making a sale, which is your only way of making money because they're all on commission. Which goes back to, since they have a very important job called getting Americans to go on vacations to lovely places where they can then spend a week by the pool talking to other Americans from other parts of the country, and they can share information. We really need Americans to go on timeshare vacations so they can communicate verbally and find out what the fuck's been going on in your fucking part of the world. Okay? So going back to Miss Guzman, you know, drug money, man. Drug money solves fucking problems, just like legal money. If this grass needed some water or fertilizer, drug money, legal money, stolen money, inherited money solves it. So anyways, I don't see too many fucking billionaires making money legally saying, yeah, let me help the timeshare salespeople, help Americans go on vacation so they can share information. Have you ever honestly ever heard me ever ask for help when I really needed it and I wasn't talking to a drug dealer. That should be a fucking clue, guys. Anyways, drug dealer friends. Karol G concert, downtown San Diego, right across from the Hilton. And remember, sophisticated spies, Overwatch at the Hilton. Scary spies or scary Sicarios, stay away from the Hilton a little bit. You guys scare me, man. You guys fucking scare me. So, that's good, but we want this to be a very good in the stomach feeling for everybody. And that means little girls and old people should be able to walk safely from point A to point B tonight without having to fucking see pterodactyl, scary monster vampires that will kill you, but they're actually there to help them. Okay? So just use common sense and just think of your own family and behave accordingly. I'll probably get there about 3 o'clock.